The world feels like a pressure cooker, right? You sit there watching countries race against each other like pieces on a game board, like winners and losers decided by lines drawn on maps nobody asked for. And you get it, because this race, this endless competition, it's burning us out. It's squeezing every bit of life and creativity out of us. Founders scrambling for markets that are already oversaturated, investors jumping from one hot opportunity to the next, wondering why everything feels like déjà vu. Professionals clocking in day after day, stuck in roles that never let them stretch, never reward real innovation, but just conformity. Leaders trying to build empires, but feeling like they're caught in a trap of endless cycles. Same playbooks, same battles, same exhausting struggles for dominance. It's brutal. The system tells you to compete harder. You're told to fight for a bigger slice of the pie, even when the pie is slowly burning at the edges. It sells you fear, scarcity, division. Protect your borders, it says. Defend your turf. But what does it actually mean for you when that cycle repeats itself over and over, leaving you drained, isolated, and increasingly disillusioned? Because competition between nations, in reality, often means tearing down bridges, brutally burning potential pathways. And you're left watching innovation stall, talent scatter, and connection wither, all for the sake of some arbitrary scoreboard. This isn't just a political problem, it's a deeply personal pain. The pain of potential that's boxed in, the pain of ideas killed by borders, the pain of fire inside that never gets to blaze into a bonfire because the water of rivalry keeps dousing it. But what if it didn't have to be this way? What if the fight, the struggle, the cutthroat game wasn't about who's better or faster or stronger, but about coming together to build something that no one country, no single actor, could build alone? Imagine a world where the sharpest minds don't waste energy outshining each other, but combine their powers to create a new, bigger reality. Imagine founders in one corner of the world teaming up with investors in another, professionals collaborating across continents, leaders breaking free from their playbook prisons to co-create systems built for everyone, not just the privileged few inside a border. This isn't some naive fantasy. It's a call to arms to rethink everything we've been told about power, competition, and progress. Because here's the truth. Competition between nations is still based on illusions. Flags, borders, rules written to keep the comfortable comfortable and the powerful powerful. But underneath all that noise, the real power is in collaboration that breaks those boundaries. The moments when individuals who refuse to be confined by territory, by tradition, by fear, join forces. The moments when the rare, the radical, the misunderstood finally find each other and transform from isolated sparks into wildfires. This kind of collaboration doesn't just blur lines, it erases them. It multiplies strength instead of dividing it. It frees brilliance that's been smothered by decades of conformity and competition. Your pain, the frustration you feel when you're stuck repeating the same loops, founders fighting over market share instead of co-creating new markets, investors chasing trends instead of fostering real breakthroughs, professionals locked in systems that reward mediocrity, is not because the world lacks talent or ideas, it's because the world lacks connection. Real, ferocious, mind-blowing connection that bridges differences and amplifies what's unique. What if the solution was to actually reject national competition and embrace a new model? Global collaboration, not just as a buzzword, but as the foundation of progress itself? This kind of collaboration demands more than superficial partnerships. It requires a refusal to conform, a willingness to break rules, and to unlearn what we've been taught about loyalty to countries or systems. It asks us to shift from being citizens of nations to becoming citizens of the world, radical individuals who don't settle, who don't bend, who refuse to live borrowed lives dictated by outdated borders. Those who burn so fiercely with purpose that they can't help but find others like themselves, no matter where in the world they are. Because great things don't come from waiting to be chosen, They come from choosing each other and building a new reality together. This is not a feel-good platitude. It's a call to arms for those who see the cracks in the systems we live in, who know that comfort is just a cage, that rules are shackles, and that progress from the center is a lie. Growth, real transformation, comes from the edges, from the rare few who reject comfort and consensus, who choose to be sovereign in their will and critical in their thinking. People who know that the future belongs not to those who follow scripted plays, but to those who create new playbooks altogether. So how do you move from pain to power? How do you shift from exhausting competition to world-changing collaboration? It starts with dismantling the walls in your own mind, the walls that tell you to be loyal to an outdated system, the walls that tell you to seek comfort in sameness. Be selective. Align, not with many, but with the few who burn like you do. Look for connection that challenges you. Build relationships that are ferocious, complementary, and unapologetically ambitious. The key isn't to scale noise or gather crowds, it's to amplify essence. Find those few who don't want to belong, they want to become. Those few who refuse a borrowed life and demand a real one. Because when a few such individuals connect, the improbable happens. Misaligned brilliance becomes aligned power. Isolated sparks become blazing forces. Patience is your secret weapon. Change like this doesn't happen overnight. The impatience to see quick wins, to check off boxes, to be productive in the old sense, will only trap you in the cycle you want to escape. Think in long game terms. Think in eternal terms. The world favors those who understand that building a new reality, one without useless borders, with shared purpose and radical collaboration, is a marathon, not a sprint. Your network is your arsenal. Your tribe is your power. And the real strength lies in embracing difference, in valuing contrast, and using it like fuel. Don't mistake convenience for freedom. The quiet slavery of a comfortable life is the death of your fire. Real freedom is messy, challenging, demanding. It's ruthless pursuit of what is true to you, not what the system dictated for you. And in this messy freedom lies the future. A future where founders in Shanghai, investors in New York, builders in Nairobi, and visionaries in Berlin break free from old alliances and craft new ones that cross boundaries, that break borders, and that create exponential growth and impact. Imagine a network, not a community, not a company, but a living, breathing force of rare individuals. A place where the system ends and something new begins. Not about the many, but about the few who dare. The few who see that national competition is a relic, that real progress is born only when minds unite across divides. When the misunderstood find each other, collaborate deeply, and create relentlessly. When difference is honored instead of feared. When individuality becomes unity. It's not easy, and it's not for everyone. Comfortable people will scoff. Critics will try to pull you back, but that tension you feel inside hasn't fooled you. It's the restlessness of someone destined for more, someone who knows reality isn't limited by the borders carved on maps or by the tired systems that prop up division. You feel it because you are called to rise, to transcend, to create. So ask yourself, will you keep playing the tired game of national competition and watch your greatest ideas wither, or will you join those few who refuse to be boxed in, who build bridges instead of walls, who create together on a global scale? The tools to rewrite the rules are here. The people are here, scattered, but ready to be found. The fire inside is what's left when comfort fades, the fire that can change everything. The question is no longer, could global collaboration replace national competition? The question is, can anyone afford not to embrace it? Because survival and success in the future won't come from beating others, but from collaborating beyond borders, beyond old identities, to unlock a life and a world that's truly yours. This is where power lives. This is where freedom lives. This is where the future begins.